We are Group 6. Today we are going to do a presentation about the project Refinery Reflecting Preparation on Simultrain System. The content of our presentation is made up of 7 parts, and you can see the structure of our presentation here, and our team's members list is on the right. Introduction. So here's some information about our project. It is planned to take 55 days to finish. The estimated budget is 481,000 with 4 main stores tasks, and more detailed information is shown in the different charts and forms in the right. Here are the final results of our project. The two Gantt diagrams on the left show the comparison between what we planned from the start and what we ended up with at the end of the project. Our original plan shows that our project would be completed ahead of schedule. However, the final results are shown in the dashboard on the right, which means that our project is only 19% completed with significant cost overruns and delays. So from the dashboard, none of our indicators are above 100%. We performed not well on CPI, SPI, and risk management, but did well on quality, motivation, and RAC check. So we divided these 5 parts into good and bad here. And then we will discuss these 5 parts in detail, analyze the reasons for their occurrence, and give our justification.
I will cover the second part, practice which affect quality and motivation, which a few things our team did well. In terms of quality, we focus on the fact that every activity should have quality reviews and that once every 5 working days is not just the critical parts. Quality reviews were conducted by the experienced staff. In terms of motivation, the emotional value we provide to each employee. Social activities are often organized to relax and reduce pressure. The arrangement of discussion to address stressful emotion and also confirm individual value. According to the graph and report analyzed the factors which affect quality and the staff confidence and the quality review. Take the line I have labeled as an example. At the first drop-off was drawn to the mismatch between the staff confidence and the quality requirements, the lack of the experience of the new staff, and so on. There are constantly errors that occur, resulting in drop in the quality. Then after the quality review, employees began to fix their mistakes. The quality improves. What our group did well is that after we identify these issues, we plan some of the new employees in training, and the end of the activities, the quality of our project was 98%. As shown in the responsibility assignment matrix, we have clearly defined who is responsible for each activity, who is accountable, who is consulted, and who is informed. In particular, we have people with more than 3 years experience conducting quality review. During the project, we were very responsible, always moving the personnel around due to with impacted staff injured and the group discovered. It's balanced quality and enhancing motivation. According to the graph of motivation, we found that motivation dropped sharply after the 3rd week because during this period we found a significant error in our project that results in need for employees to work overtime and pressure from upper management. Success bad decision, drop of motivation was 50%. This will remain at a late stage. As the example suggests, motivation get up low when employee get positive feedback from the top. So based on the report, I have essence and concluded that the positive influence our engagement with management and colleagues. Transparent and open communication is very important. Negative effects are mismanagement of resource, erratic control, and limited flexibility. The limited flexibility was evident is shortfall when we did not with the employee performs work at home when she expects to do so. Research indicates that comfortable, happy, and positive environments give employees a better work atmosphere.
Chapter 3 will describe our practice which laid the project over budget and the final adjustments we made when realized its problems. When we are operating Simultrain, 3 main factors influence cost, which were the bad practice we identified. Firstly, overused human resources happen in all activities, including over-allocation of personnel and overtime work. Secondly, the upfront cost and after effects of risk management also has a significant impact on the cost. Thirdly, unplanned costs such as equipment purchase, as well as failure to pay attention to the cost distribution between team activities and staff training. Now we take Activity 5 as an example. In order to catch up with the schedule, we put 6 people to do this, while the recommendation only needs 2. This initiative created a competitive relationship among the team, and the high project error rate also led to a lack of enthusiasm for some team members. This practice doubles staff cost and leads to project overruns. Low productivity leads to delay in the project schedule, and as a result, more salaries need to be paid. It's wrong to overarrange personnel, as Xiao said. Enterprise need not only to recruit talented, but also need to control the cost of the company. Chen also suggested that the resources adequate means just enough. Too few resources, the project will be in trouble. With too many resources, the organization will be inefficient. Therefore, overscheduling of personnel will not only cause a waste of the resources, but also may lead to the overcost of the project. As for the risk event, in order to save the cost of dealing with the risk, only 2 responses were chosen. Its risk occurred and along with others result in the budget overruns. But what if we had added another response at that time? The total cost of the risk estimate impact plus the cost of the response would have been 1,400 less than before. Although we will spend much more money on risk preparation, but that shows that in the face of the major risks, it's worth investing in the upfront preparation. As Turner pointed out, being prepared for potential risks is a wise strategy to reduce the total cost of the project. However, Kusia said that the overinvestment in risk management can lead to financial disaster. However, for a project with many and complex risk events, overinvestment in risk management is worthwhile because it helps to avoid major losses and project failure. Next are the best practice in unplanned cost. In order to increase employee motivation, we set a meeting with everyone who is working in arranged group activities. The employees were satisfied, but this creates more unnecessary additional cost. Expenditure in other parts exceeded budget by 45%. In addition, we have ignored the important staff training, which only accounts for a small part, resulting in low staff skills in the later stage, affecting the progress and increasing additional salary cost. Aldrich pointed out that too much team-building activities can spread resources, resulting in slow project progress or budget overruns. At the same time, according to Annual, it is crucial to ensure that project team members understand and fulfill their roles and responsibilities. In order to fill these gaps, more resources need to be invested in training and coaching to improve the success and efficiency of the project. So after 2 days operation of Simultrain, we realized some bad practice leading to the budget overrun, then we tried our best to change our strategy after week 9. We ensured that the individual capabilities match activities, rather than brandly increasing number of the personnel. Secondly, choose more comprehensive responses for risks. Finally, reduce the scheduling of team-building activities and focus more on the smooth progress of the projects to improve employees' motivation.
The trade in schedule performance is generally consistent with the trade in cost performance. We analyzed the failures of the previous 2 simulations and adopted better practices in the final simulation. Based on the actual schedule, our strategy was not successful, as the critical path became a mess, and the project was badly delayed. 2 types of causes led to project delays in simulations. One is unforeseen circumstances, which are not related to our team's plan, including being informed that some activities need extra time, as well as the illness, absence, and separation of some employees. The other is the bad practices we made, resulting in large errors detected in every activity. The team productivity was decreased due to inefficient resource allocation, and our plan was lack of flexibility since we didn't spend enough attention on risk management. That is to say, when problems occur, especially when unforeseen circumstances became existing risks, there was nothing we can do but wait, because we never have a mitigation plan to be implemented. For example, for Activity 1, we allocated all resources available for the first week. Ideally, the duration of the activity would be reduced by involvement of additional resources, and the first milestone would be reached according to the activity networks with such arrangement. However, the desired result did not occur. Errors were made by Fred and team from the second day of the activity till the end of the activity, as they were partly unqualified. What's worse, we were told that Activity 1 would take an extra 16 hours. All we could do was to wait until the activity was completed. In conclusion, delays in Activity 1 were caused by resource-to-activity mismatches and overconfidence. And they are also the most frequent bad practices in our simulations. In addition, referring to the theory, putting employees who are difficult to work in a team may cause team conflicts that affect the project time and results. Secondly, neglecting employee training is not only bad for the skilled personnel, but also makes employees slack.
Lastly, the lack of risk response plan will enlarge the bad effects of every problem happened in the project and even lead to the project failure. We also have some good practices. As I mentioned before, they were adopted to week 9 to 12 simulation. Good practices accelerated the project process. Also, different practices made it possible to avoid bad practices. For example, we emphasized the resource leveling and smoothing, which involves parallelizing different activities, scheduling overtime and extra staff to reduce the duration of individual activities and their total schedule. In addition, we fill each employee's timetable to make the most of every resource. To keep employees focusing on the activities, we did not transfer personnel and reduce the number of the meetings while the activity were in progress. In order to further improve the efficiency of resource allocation, it is necessary to use skills metrics, hopefully at the beginning of the project, so that staff skills and activity requirements can be matched to reduce errors in the project and to identify staff training needs.
In this section, we summarize the positive and negative measures taken by a team on the oil and gas project, and makes recommendations for maintaining and improving the most impactful of this. In this project, we achieved good results in terms of team motivation and quality. We believe this is mainly due to the following. First one, we used quality reviews, and we made decisions so that the team could share information efficiently and recognize the value of each team members of team and did everything we could to ensure the size of team was maintained. Fourth, we focus on the team's experience of work and make sure they had bad working environment and social activities to keep them motivated. The following things was bad for the project and caused delays and cost overruns. First, there were too many meaningless meetings. Second, there was too much overtime work. Third, there were no responsive departures and budget cuts. Fourth, some employees were assigned tasks that were not suitable for him or her. The last was too many social events. We hope to implement and carry out these initiatives in the future. They have had a significant positive effect in the previous project. We believe regular quality reviews are key to ensure the quality of the project, and the project manager should ensure the transparency in the quality checking and reporting process to minimize quality risks. Also, the project manager should stay with the team. Valuable team members are not allowed them to leave the team easily. And at the same time, project manager should resist the pressure from external organizations and avoid getting involved in work outside the project. Last but not least, hosting lunches and barbecues is an effective way to treat teams, and it's a good idea to treat everyone to a full meal when morale is low. However, it's worth nothing that frequent social events during busy periods can leave teams bored and frustrated. As previously stated, we made some mistakes during the project, so we have learned valuable lessons from this project, and I would like to share with you some suggestions to improvement. We need to schedule effective meetings. Before scheduling any meetings, let us define the objectives. This will help us avoid unnecessary meetings and make each meeting purposeful. And as we reach project milestones, tier review meetings are clarify our progress and address the challenges we face. And meeting with leadership to report on progress and recognize the team's contributions will help us secure additional resources. Project management need to be protective in managing resources. We need to anticipate resource reduction and prepare for them in advance. While retraining team members is critical, improving the skills will make our team more adaptable. And set aside a portion of our budget for unforeseen expenses and costs will improve our risk management. PM strategy should be based on the people-centered management. Instead of adding staff or working overtime to address delays, we should focus on maintaining quality and team morale. And conflicts between the teams should be resolved in natural manners with effective communication. We also can use advanced tools such as skill matrix to assign tasks based on not only on skills, but also on personality and attitude.
The last section is about our experiences of working in our group. This part is the same as our project summary. We split it into good and bad aspects to talk about. For good points on the left, each team member participated in the group work actively, and we built effective communication channels like offline meetings and online discussions via Teams, and the group corrected errors at work quickly and timely. Also, our team members are always patient in answering questions at work, and the working atmosphere is very friendly and tolerant. For bad points on the left, first, there were delayed resolution of communication issues due to the different individual timetables and personalities of group members. And then the team used the extreme method to deal with the problem issues, like when we found out that our meeting in the project could increase motivation, we filled our calendars with meetings almost every time every day. And there were conflicts caused by personality differences, just the same as we faced in the project. And also, the group sometimes showed a lack of inferences due to unclear label division and the limited abilities of some members. The pictures at the bottom show the programs of our group work. In a word, as with our project, getting to know the personality, experiences, and individual ability of each member of a team could help us to work better. And here are our references. Thanks for your listening.